The Washington Mystics drop their preseason opener to the Minnesota Lynx 77-66, and we're here to talk about it. But before we do, hit the intro. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Washington Mystics Unfiltered. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmod. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hype the video and ring the bell. As we said, the Mystics dropped their opener to Minnesota 77-66. But believe you me, this was not a case of a team that doesn't belong. This was a case of a tale of two halves, really. One in which the Mystics played exceptionally well in, and really one quarter where they completely fell off the ledge, and that was the third. The Mystics looked really good in the first half. Lauren Betts, 13 points. She was 9 of 10 from the line, 5 rebounds. Cotie McMahon, driving hard to the rim, 11 points. Sonia Citron had 12. Rory Harmon was the little engine that could out there when she was out there. 3 steals. But it was that third quarter that just didn't look good. If you saw the game, you know what I'm talking about. You absolutely know what I'm talking about because they look really good in the first half. Now, this is a Minnesota Lynx that's missing Nafisa Collier, Kayla McBride, and Natasha Howard. And the Mystics themselves are missing Shakira Austin, Kiki Iriafin, and who was the third one? Did my brain just fart? Michaela Onyenwere. So they're missing 3 players. Now, obviously, for Minnesota, those are probably 3 starters. For Washington, probably 2 starters. But I got to tell you, if you walked away from today's game or tonight's game having said, this team can't compete, I don't know what you're watching, because they competed and they are the youngest team in the WNBA. I want you to think about that for a second. They are the youngest team. Their average age is like 24 and a half. Shakira Austin's 25, and she's old on this team. Okay. It's a young team. If you look at their starting lineup today, every player that started today, Angela Dugalich, Cotie McMahon, Lauren Betts, Sonia Citron, Georgia Amore, are all rookies or second-year players. And in the case of Georgia Amore, she never played last year, so she's a rookie. So you had 4 rookies and 1 second-year player. And you led by, God, they were up at least 9 or 10 in the first half. They led by 4 at the break, but they were up 39-30. And then you have off the bench, you got multiple rookies or second-year players coming off the bench. You did get 9 points out of Cassandra Prosper. That was surprising to me. I'm gonna be real. She looked pretty good. Rory Harmon, like I said, she looked good. Lucy Olsen only had 2 points, 4 rebounds. Dariana Bugs had 5. I'm sorry, she had 5 off the bench. But you didn't get anything major off the bench. They only shot 28% from the field as a team, 5 of 20 from 3. So they do have a shooting deficiency from the perimeter. Free throw shooting, they missed a lot of free throws. They were 25 of 40 from the line. So when you look at what went on, you could really see that there's a lot of room for improvement. First half, they look real good. Second half, especially that was the third quarter, because they actually outscored Minnesota in the fourth. Now, there wasn't a player from Minnesota that scored more than 9 points. Olivia Miles, she jumped out hot, looked good. She had 8 for the Lynx. But I gotta tell you, man, looking at this Mystics team, there were some things that stood out to me. Cotie McMahon's aggression, loved it. Very, very aggressive. Attacked the rim. Hit a corner 3. She was 1 for 4, but she did hit a corner 3. But very aggressive, 2 steals, physical, and doing the things that she does well. Not afraid to shoot. She took 10 shots. She was only one of two players on either team to take 10 shots. The other one was Sonia Citron. She was 4 of 11. They need her to be a 40% three-point shooter, realistically. She was 2 of 6. But Cotie McMahon really, really showed that aggression. And that's the aggression of a leader, the aggression of a number one option. So when I say stuff like she was the steal of the draft because she's the number one option who was drafted number 11 in a first round of backups or role players, that's what I'm talking about. Her mentality is to be aggressive and attack. That is her mindset. And that is what's going to make her really, really successful. I'm glad we got a chance to see it today. I think it was pretty cool to see Angela Dugalich and Lauren Betts out there because they know each other, and you could see the high-low entry pass that Dugalich was making to Lauren Betts around the rim. Now, Betts was 2 of 7. She didn't have the greatest game from the field, but she did hit 9 of 10 free throws, and she got fouled a bunch. And, I mean, she wasn't the reason that they were not of 25 of 40 because she was 90%. She finished with, but again, she led all scores with 13. Good defensively as well. Really good. She had a block shot, made some shots, made people adjust shots. But that entry pass, now they do have to work on movement of the ball to make the entry pass easier to Lauren Betts. She was also able to find people find people because that's her mindset is to find teammates. Georgia Moore only played 13 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 4. I have some concerns. I do have some concerns. I think if you were to ask me today who the starter is for the opener, it will probably be Rory Harmon. She came off the bench today, but you can see the difference in confidence between the two players. Rory Harmon looked like a player that's been playing basketball, and Georgia Moore looked like a player who hasn't been playing basketball. So I think it's going to be real important to see her progression. Overall, they lost, but it's the preseason. Nobody really cares about these games. What you're looking to see is how players are moving with each other, playing with each other. Now, the whole deal with Shakira Austin overseas playing basketball, I don't get it because apparently Natasha Howard was overseas as well for Minnesota. I just don't get how you have your preseason has started and you got players that are not with the team. That doesn't make sense to me. Obviously, you want to have all your players healthy as well. So we'll see what happens with Kiki Irfin and Onyenwere. But I thought they were solid, man. I mean, I'll be real. I thought they were solid. I thought they had some. I thought they battled in that first half, looked good, but that third quarter was rough. They could not throw the ball into the ocean. Scored 7 points. 7 points. I mean, that was like a JV varsity quarter, and they looked like the JV team. But just the first one. However, I did like what I saw from Betts. I liked what I saw from McMahon. Like what I saw from Citron. I think Citron has to be willing to take another step in her game. But this is what I'm talking about when I say stuff like when you're a role player for all of college. Obviously, she wasn't a role player in high school. But when you're a role player in college, you come to the WNBA and you're a role player, she needs to morph her game. She needs to not be a role player. She needs to think like a number one option, even if she's not the number one option. But she has to think that way because she is the number one shooter on this team. That said, again, Minnesota wins 77-66. Is there anything that you saw from the game today that you noticed that I didn't mention? Leave it in the comments. If there's anything that you liked or didn't like, leave it in the comments. But we'll be back, man. We'll be back with some more content on the Mystics, man. Again, this is Washington Mystics Unfiltered. Like, subscribe, follow, hype the video. We appreciate you. See you soon. Come on now.